This is called Focus Shockwave or Focus Piezowave. What we're trying to do, the only thing that our machine does is increase blood flow to help the body heal effectively, or we break up scar tissue and break up trigger points so you have more range of motion and pain. If you have a bulging disc or lump or spine issues, ours is one of the few devices that can go right on spine, can go right on bulging discs, metal and screws, and we're trying to help that inflammation go away. So what I'm going to be doing to you is a blood flow massage on your pain points. I'm doing high frequency and high intensity, and it's going to just give you relief. And what I'm doing on the back is a myofascial release. This technique is blood flow. If you had like plantar fasciitis or tennis elbow, I would try to break up that scar tissue, and that would be very painful. This should be more relief.
Okay.
But if you do feel something, you have to tell me because I have to draw it back, and then we can actually find some stuff.
Okay.
But what you'll feel, if you don't feel anything, it'll just be release. If you do feel something, it's going to feel like a dull toothache. So what I'm trying to do is a 90-minute massage on one spot in 10 minutes.
Okay.
So as long as you're hydrated and everything, you should feel great.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm on 15.
Oh yeah, so he's pretty, and which number is it?
So we're talking L5, L4, S1.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Yeah, 15's fine. It's gonna be cold, but
So you're using a 15 instead of going really deep. So you're trying to hit the more shallow
Yeah.
and dial in where you need to go.
so most joints and attachment points are only about 1 centimeter to 2 centimeters deep, and if he doesn't feel, like I would go to 20 if he was maybe above 250 pounds.
Got more meat to go through.
Yeah,
on those
so
breaks
it's-
your spine.
What my protocols are is like the perfect patient,
Okay.
and then everything else is plus or minus 5 millimeters if they're fat or skinny.
Got it.
So I use 15-20 for most any joint.
Okay.
If I was doing something like space, like TMJ, I'm not going above 5 or 10 millimeters.
Got it.
But epicondylitis, frozen shoulder, I'm staying in that like 10 to 15 range.
Okay.
And then this,
Yep.
just make sure this stays clean. Clean it daily. You don't have to clean it in between patients. These pads are antimicrobial, but anything like touches, clean. And I don't use high alcohol because that'll shrink the pads. You're fine with baby wipes or Dawn soap.
Got it.
But
Soap and water works great.
yeah, we have a. After today, I'll give you all the cheat sheets
Okay.
because you already do text and email me, so I'm not overstepping him. I'm just the man. So I make this stuff. So like I go to Germany 3 times a year to like tell people feedback, and I'm not like a sales rep. I'm the EVP of this company. I only work for the owner, but I'm the only one that's educated. Everyone else is
Trade places with you.
Where's your owner? Where's the owner at? Is he
Germany, but he stays here 100 days out of the year.
he's kind of a silent owner type of deal?
No, he was only signing because I'm good at my job.
That's fair.
All right. So here's this. So this
Oh
is,
yeah, that's the submersible.
yeah. This is the guy you need to. And I've got a guy,
Yeah, I can't be $40,000 and $72,000 watch this.
but all these pre-owned, all that shit.
This is in around here.
There's one in Scottsdale and there's one in Aspen, but they FedEx them to you. They won't even bill you. So this,
I wanted the Batman because I had twins.
I just bought a Batman, and I think I get brand new in the box. I get 17,000.
Yeah, see, that's why like you can wait at the AD and you can pay 10 grand, but you're gonna wait 5 years. So I'm doing high frequency, high intensity. I'm gonna do 2,000 pulses on each side of the lumbar region.
Okay.
But we are the only. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah. Well, I can probably. I get 17 for it.
Well, yeah, because you have like 5 watches for them. I'm just.
Well, I could get you a
You
deal.
want a slow one?
Yeah, he's on the. Oh, where's that circle? Yeah, get your
Yeah,
son
that's-
off this. What's man done with this little fancy Android phone? Sorry, I've already talked for 5 hours today, so I'm already lost. I'm already.
That is cold.
Yeah. Yeah, give me some more gel.
Hey, so next time we do this on you, I'll get some baby warmers and put the bottles in there,
Okay, I'm fine.
okay?
Enough already.
So, and we can go
Bottle
directly in
warmer.
the spine.
Yep.
Not other shockwaves, radial, they can't. So I'm gonna start over here.
You wanna tell him when you feel a pressure, a snap, a pain, it might even feel deep in there.
I felt it right, just a little bit up about another inch or two.
And And I use this like in a
Tell him
Ouija
again
board.
when you hit it, and what he'll do is,
Yeah, slow down this.
now you get to a spot and you stand there, or you sit there and wave it,
You'll see.
Zoom in on the controls.
tell him when he hits it again.
Another thing, Dr. Roberts, the way he holds that,
Hmm?
I've
Cause
done
you'll-
that.
Right there. Uh-huh.
if you do this all day day in, day out, holding this will get fatigued to you. So he holds it a certain way to where he don't.
Yeah, two hands. I don't hold it like this because you'll feel it in the middle. That's where the shock is coming. You don't hold it like cord because you'll break the cord. The linear, you hold like an Ouija board, like a scanner.
Okay.
You just go very slow, not fast like laser or ultrasound.
And I see you're resting your elbows as well.
Yeah, cause
I
throughout the
recommend-
day, you'll get all kinds of.
So I've been doing this since 8 a.m. and we stopped at 11. And I was just doing demos and training.
So I notice you're moving it around a lot. With the other ones, they tell you to find a spot and kind of stick with it.
That's what that one. The ice cream cone.
Yeah.
That one is seek and destroy. This one is more of a blood flow massage.
Okay,
So I call this the car wash, that the detailer.
got it.
Half Moon, we made this specifically for more surface area. This is a 46 millimeter by 15 millimeter linear shockwave.
But isn't the wave like this?
So this little indicator, it's a straight line. So if you get that, see that 0 and 5?
Yeah.
That's the shockwave.
So
I know.
weird question, why don't we move it side to side then, so we're,
You can go with the
we're
muscles.
car washing more with the,
I know, I do it whatever easier for me. I wanna
Okay.
save my shoulders and wrists.
Yep.
So this way is very
Harder
hard
on
on
you.
you.
got it,
But you're still, I'm going with the spine, not with the muscles right now.
okay.
But
And
you
you're
can-
directly on the spine?
Yep.
Cool.
And
How's it feel?
I can feel it a little bit right there.
crank it to 10.
Is that hurting?
No, go ahead, I'm being a
You're
girl.
fine. This is just, we found a spot so you can stay there for 500 shocks or 1,000. But this is more of just trying to alleviate the pain.
It's a weird feeling, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like
We have
something's inside
these
of
for our
it.
horses.
Right, well, that's
Oh,
where
yeah.
this technology started.
No.
Michael Cooper and all those guys, they
Yeah.
do it, but they're fucking
Oh,
cowboys.
well, back when
I'm a sissy cowboy.
back whenever I was big, I'd use a Magnum wave on my quads or my glutes if I was like messing in the gym, but in my whole quad, it'd be sitting there just popping.
Yeah, so that's pulse electric magnetic field,
Uh-huh.
and those are like rock you at the core.
Dude, it's like you think it's gonna rip it off the bone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen them do it, and I wouldn't do it.
Yeah,
So
that's,
we have 4 different applicators for horses.
really,
Yeah, so I have videos, I can show you of elephants, lizards, llamas, horses, dogs.
well, y'all also make the, ones that blast like,
We're
kidney
based-
stones
so
and
that's-
gallstones, right?
So we're a low energy lithotripter. I know it's called shockwave, pressure wave, myofascial acoustic wave, but this is Richard Wolf. They make lithotripters.
Okay.
And Storrs Medical and Richard Wolf are the only 2 companies that are still doing lithotripsy. So if you get in the shockwave community, those are the only 2 companies you should endorse, Storrs and Richard Wolf. Everybody else is a marketing company and a fad. Like, they use dated old technology, they'll break every other month, and they'll get you people in the door, but it's not an effective shockwave or a pressure wave. It's all about glitz and glamour. So the only thing I don't like about Storrs, they use water, and that dilutes the shockwave. We have no variables. This is 100% shockwave into the tissue. But the FDA doesn't care, they just categorize it radial versus focused. Radial is a percussion massager, but it's ballistic. So it's only good superficial.
That pellet or that bullet.
And once that spark plug goes out,
Yeah.
you can't control it.
Well, plus the bullet, they used it on my feet, right?
Oh,
And
oh,
God, it was brutal.
We call it the meat tenderizer.
Yeah, it was brutal.
But you have nothing on the right side? Can you put your head down and actually flex the, and now he's just,
Yeah, my right side to worse side.
he just, well, the right side is compensating for the left side. But
The right side.
I
is
can't
right.
hang out with this guy, he's got too much money and toys, so if I stayed in Texas.
Yeah, I just fucking outwork everybody.
Well, I have a problem with watches, sunglasses and shoes.
Well,
But yeah,
one of my partners is a younger guy, one of my little estate deal. He Apple Watches, and then my wife doesn't know what to buy me, so next thing I know, she starts buying Royal Oaks, and I'm like,
Those are out of my level.
What are they?
oh,
Royal Oaks, it's just
AP.
AP Ottoman Piet. Just 2-3 levels above a Rolex. Rolex is the most famous. AP, Royal Oaks and Nautiluses are very nice watches. Petit Philippe is another level. I'm in like that 5 to 10 grand range. I stick with.
I've got one Omega, and I thought my kids would want it as a, an heirloom from Dad, because it's actually the James Bond Omega, diamond bezel, beautiful. And they're both like, we'd rather have an Apple Watch, Dad. I'm just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
What is wrong with this generation?
Yeah, like I wanted to buy my wife a Rolex, and she's like, I got my Apple Watch. I'm like, I like this one because it doesn't look expensive, and I can wear it every day.
What is that?
It's a Panerai. It's Italian, but it's Swiss made.
One of my patients is a grandson of the Walsh Ranch, and we become great friends. And he'll come in with watches that look like they're from World War I. I mean, there's like a leather band on them. I'm like, what is it this time? He's like, well, this is a Cartier. I'm like, that sounds expensive. But yeah, he's got lots of toys to play with. We go out to his place a couple times a year and we shoot. He's got a mortar cannon. We shoot bowling balls at a barn.
Is that a good spot?
Yeah, that's
The,
good.
the parabola for a cannonball out of a mortar is so high, they'll have to call air traffic to make sure nothing's coming out there. Cause you don't realize how much the arch is for something like that.
You guys are just putting holes through a barn?
Yeah.
That sounds like fun.
It's so much fun.
So I went to Montana in January. That was probably one of the coolest experiences I ever had. Like, just how you can go from the mountains to like snow to like just the scenery. All the highways are 80 miles an hour.
Now, we're getting his right side too, right?
Yep.
Cause that's where the disc is bulging, is on that right side, correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
His left SI was firing, but
I've never been up there. I keep saying I was up there. He feels that.
Yeah, you're not.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. I wanna go up there and
just a bison.
I wanna hunt.
Yeah, we were, my doctor I met, he was giving me elk meat that he killed like 2 weeks before.
Nice.
And we were having like elk charcuterie and bison steaks and.
You all right?
Yeah, I feel that one too.
We need to turn it down, or are you all right?
I'm all right.
Down?
No,
No, I'm all right.
I'm just gonna make it slower.
So explain the speed, slower breaks up scar tissue better.
Yeah, so,
Why?
the cell needs, time to respond, and if you're doing too high, it's more doing like fiber optic tissue. If you do it slower, it gives it more time to actually explode the trigger point or the scar tissue. I'll show you a video on my phone that you can actually see the explosion in water.
Nice.
And that's why you have to know a little bit about anatomy, because these guards don't change the intensity, they just change the depth of penetration, but you don't need to like press it into them, the pad
Gotcha.
should do it. So, what's cool about this one, it has 46 shocks. So you're doing like, what that is, 46 times. But that one is concentrated, so it's better for seek and destroy.
Got it.
This is more of just trying to release his back and massage it.
What you could do, so they've got you turned up to 11, this thing goes up to what, 18?
18?
If you got any business partners that they're not cutting the deal right, bring them in here and we'll set them straight.
How about we just, you have a headset, I can put on my wife and she misbehave?
You're almost done. And what I like to do, I don't know if you're ART or MAT or whatever kind of technique, but
ART probably.
I would pre and post test him. So like if he had low back problems, see if you could like try and touch his toes, try to do a squat. Then right after, test him again and test his range of motion.
Okay. That way we can see, always see benefit from the machine.
Yeah.
Cool.
And like other stuff, well, after he leaves, I'll show you different ways to manipulate him for like piriformis or like AC joint.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone has low back pain, the sedentary lifestyle, spine going into their pelvis and sacrum. So if you do decompression with combination with this, it's a no-brainer.
Want some paper towels?
Yeah, hold on. We actually got the nice towel. I don't wanna mess this guy, cause I don't mess with
You got plenty of towels.
men in Texas, cause